So it's a very green and sprinkly wet day here in Pierport, and I'm walking back toward Obie's garden. You can see the apple tree is blooming and everybody is pretty happy. These are the little baby lilacs that we transplanted last year right by the roses over there. They were the babies from Grandma's lilac from Dearborn. And you can see the sedum that we transplanted over here is doing a little bit better there. It's happier, so that's good. You can see it down there growing. And I don't think the deer are eating it now. Look at here, Obie's garden. You can see the allium is blooming, and it's just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful purple. And the ajuga is spectacular. I don't know if you can see how gorgeous it is, but it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous purple. Just spectacular. Really beautiful. So let me see if I can get a good view of the allium and the ajuga kind of transposed. Doesn't that look pretty? And last year we planted some Shasta daisies that are coming up very nicely, and a foxglove right there that we transplanted. It had volunteered down by the stream, and Mark moved it up for us. And then right up front here, I planted seeds this spring of more foxgloves. They're from Jenny and Adam's wedding. They did really well in the other garden, so I moved them. Let's see, what else we got here? So then you can see that the smoke tree, is doing really well. And Susie's lilies of the valley are starting to bloom. I don't know if you can see the flowers. Golly, they're hard to see, aren't they? There's one. You can see right there. They're blooming. And then these are all the astilbe. They're doing pretty well. See? All the astilbe. Got a bunch of them. Right there, see? All the astilbe. Back here, we've got, see, I think this plant here, right there, I think that is going to be the globe thistle. So when this allium dies, we're going to have more of those globy plants, but it'll be globe thistle instead. We've got a couple of those coming in that I planted last year. And then these are daisies coming up here. I don't know. I think this is coneflower, Vicki, or black-eyed Susans. I think that's in the spot. So that's kind of good. And you can see also there's something else we planted here coming in, and back here too. So we'll see when they flower. This is the azalea, or the rhododendron. There's two of them back here. They actually flowered. The deer ate them all the year before, but now I've been spraying them very diligently. So they're actually going to be okay, I think, this year. So here's another shot here. I'm going to kind of go sideways. Here's another shot of the ajuga. It's really, we had some people over yesterday, just social distancing in the yard, and Cheryl went nuts over the ajuga. She wanted to know what it was. She couldn't believe how spectacular. She just loved it. So now what I did with the pots, moving over here, is I put red and white in them so they would sort of match the pots. And this is Nicotina. And then, oh golly, I'm going to have to go look up. I forgot the names of these. But these are just like little white dangly flowers I put in there with them. I think the deer won't bother Nicotia because I think it's poisonous. But I sprayed it anyway, but I think it looks pretty good with the red chairs. And then you can see the Rose of Sharon back here is starting to come. And you know what, Vic? I think these here, back here by the Rose of Sharon, let me get a good view here. I think these are, let's see if I've got a good shot of this. Shoot. See that little one there and that little one there, little red? I think these might be coral bells, but I don't really know that for sure. But I didn't see it in your book, but I think that too is a coral bell that we planted back here. And I think the problem, they were struggling a bit, and we'll just see how they do this year, is I think it's too sunny maybe for them here. So we'll just see. You can see the stream is gurgling away back here. And Obie's tree is doing really well. And again, I think it didn't flower much last year because I think the deer ate the flowers off of it. But I've been spraying like crazy, so I think everybody's going to be okay. And we put Jeannie D's sign out. So I think things are looking pretty good back here. Here's another shot. It looks pretty good back here. Now I'm gonna, and then you can see also our vine, our white lace vine on the trellis is doing really well. So everybody seems pretty happy this spring. It's been a good spring. Now I'm going to walk over to the front here. I'm just kind of walking along. And you can see the peony garden. So the peony garden I put in, so the peonies are really doing good. I tied them all up. And I planted cosmos. Some cosmos is coming back from last year, and some I planted this year. It's a biannual. So, and then a few little snapdragons just to kind of fill in. And then earlier in the summer, you can see these little purple flowers. I had a bunch of them. Those are anemone windflowers, and they were all over the place. Those should spread. Those are a spring flower. And I have a couple of, right, maybe the deer ate them. I don't see them anymore. I had a couple of lilies that came in that we dumbly planted. I dumbly planted because I really wanted them. Yeah, I think, oh, now I don't see them anymore. So I'm guessing the deer maybe ate them. Shoot. Oh well. I don't see them. This yellow flower here is a volunteer. It's called a rocket mustard. And it's not invasive, but it spreads around. And I left it because I thought it was pretty. And my friends who are gardeners said it was not going to be a problem. Oh, there's the lily. There, you can see down there. Coming up. It's a red lily. And oh, I'm so glad the deer didn't eat that. That's good. I have a couple of white ones coming in too. Oh, right there. There they are. There they are. You can kind of see them coming up there. So the lilies, maybe we'll just see. And then we'll walk around. And here is Chris's garden. Oops, I don't slip on the wet grass. You can see her rose bush is really doing good. I was struggling with that rose bush for 2 years, but this year is the year. And then we've got delphinium coming up, and bellflowers, and that's lupin coming up. And then these are right there. Those are foxglove from Jenny and Adam's wedding. More bellflowers right there. I put some cosmos in. Oops, let me see if I can give you a better shot. There you go. I put some cosmos in. And I transplanted a few of the little yellow day primroses, I think they're called, from the other side there, because they're all over the place. I moved some over here, and they seem to be coming up. And I can see that there's cosmos from last year that are coming back up this year, so that's good. So here's Chris's. See if I can give you a better shot of Chris's garden. It's doing pretty well. Lilacs are blooming. They just started blooming this week. And they're really smelly and pretty. And these are Shasta daisies. Again, right there is another foxglove from Jenny and Adam's wedding that we planted last year. A bunch of primroses coming up here. So, and the lilacs, I wish you could smell them. They smell fantastic. It's like a kind of a wet, rainy day, so and there's white ones up there. They're beautiful. This garden's a big mess. I haven't really got here to do much, but there are some little forget-me-nots that Jean gave us years ago, and it's spread everywhere. So I always think of Jean. And then these yellow flowers that are just starting back here that I can't remember the name of. I got them at some sale, though, some perennial sale, gardener sale. We're going to have in here hollyhocks, daisies. I planted Veronica, which is a very pretty purple, and that looks like it's coming up, so this should be pretty good, this garden. The lily bed is a big mess. I haven't been in here yet, but we do have lilies. And then you can see back there I planted on the ladder, I planted some little things, so that's doing okay. And the let's see, this I planted last year, this little yellow plant. I don't think you saw it. I think it was before you got here. It was flowering, but it is really pretty. It's like a little yellow flower. I planted a couple of those, and I just hung that up. And the clematis vines are coming up, and the butterfly bush back there is coming up. So everybody seems pretty happy here. It smells really good. This tree here is flowering. It's right by the porch, and it just is super fragrant. I have no idea what it is, but it smells fantastic. Lilac bush is giant. This is the one. Look how big it is. You can see it compared to the little globe. It's grown like crazy, but it doesn't have any blossoms on it yet, so I don't know what that means. And this is the beautyberry bush that comes really late. Remember the bush guy from Crystal Gardens told us that? But you can see right now, just now, it's starting to get its little leaves on it. He said, don't worry about it. It'll look like it's dead, but it will come eventually. So let's see what else we got here. Our little crabapple tree that we planted last year is flowering. Everything is flowering. It's really a beautiful spring day. It's really pretty. There you are. Okay. You can see that. Yeah. And the Snow on the mountain is coming up around the tree. Somebody needs to get out here and do some weeding. It's kind of a mess. And then you can see the hydrangeas all coming in. The holly's suffering here. The deer ate it all during the winter. But it lives, so hopefully you can see how sad it is. Hopefully it will do better. The thing about it is I just have to come out here and spray in the winter, or it will, they'll eat it during the winter because they get hungry. So Mark stained the bridge last week. There it is. Stained it up. So that has been stained. And then look at the lily of the valley. Just going like gangbusters. It's really nice. And then he and I, you can see down here, we came down here with our muckabuck boots and dug in the stream. And we have a little bit of water running. So now we're highly motivated to see if we can get this stream going. So he's in the house right now researching, digging wells to see if we can dig an artesian well there. And there's Lily of the Valley all coming up here. All along the side of the house. And the hosta that Jean brought last year and that we transplanted from the front is coming in. You can see the deer nibbled it a little, but boy, I started spraying, so I'm hoping we'll get hosta here. Be just fantastic, along with the lily of the valley. Here's Mark. Say hi to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
And that is pretty much what's going on in the garden this morning. More lily of the valley. More lily of the valley here. We planted our planters. And that's just about it. One last shot. Let's see, one last shot of the yard. It's very green. It's really been a rainy day. Well, not really rainy, but rainy enough to really make everything green. There you go. One last shot. Love you.